Welcome back to my channel, Catskill Mountain Homebody. My name is Amy. All right, thank you for joining me on this mid-April afternoon, rainy afternoon actually. This is my friend Shipper and Scout. I hope that you guys are enjoying your April. It's been unseasonably warm here in the Catskills, and the leaves are coming out in the trees, the grass is turning green, so spring is arriving, which is nice. Let me fill you in on what we're doing today. All right, this afternoon, actually it's early evening now, I have to make some vanilla cupcakes. And the reason I'm making vanilla cupcakes is because I have my women's group meeting tomorrow night. And we're meeting at a local museum, history museum. And we have to bring our own dinner. And we said we would provide dessert. So since I'm on the executive team, I volunteered to make cupcakes as a free dessert that people can enjoy after they eat their bag dinner, their brown bag dinner. This meeting is tomorrow night. I have to work tomorrow. So I thought, you know what? I'll make the cupcakes tonight and then I'll frost them tomorrow in the morning. So that's my plan. I'm gonna make cupcakes from scratch. And then in the morning, I'll frost them. So I'll show you at the end of the video what they look like frosted. They're not gonna be fancy. And honestly, I might use my canned frosting because I don't think I have enough butter to make buttercream. I've made buttercream before, but I don't think I'm gonna do it this time. Just in the name of time, I'm gonna probably use my vanilla pre-made frosting. All right, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm also giving a presentation tomorrow at the meeting on women's history, since I teach history. So I have to give a presentation on women that you might not have heard of in American history. So some of the women I'm going to be talking about tomorrow are Deborah Sampson. Might not have heard of Deborah Sampson. So you might not have heard of Biddy Mason. I'm going to talk about Biddy Mason and a few other women. So today I'm going to be whipping up some homemade vanilla cupcakes. All right, I pulled out my ingredients, but I'm waiting for my butter to defrost in the microwave. So you have to have 1 stick of unsalted butter, and it needs to be melted. So I'm melting my butter. When I melt my butter in the microwave, I use the defrost setting, so it doesn't melt too quickly. So I just did that, and we're gonna be putting together these homemade vanilla cupcakes. But before I do that, let me show you something. Let me show you my cupcake, where I keep my cupcake liners. I have a shelf above my refrigerator with my Longaberger cake basket that I got as one of my bridal shower gifts. And there is a metal rooster that was left by the previous owner that I love and I think it's cute. And then I have a mason jar full of cupcake liners that I use as decoration, but those are my cupcake liners. Let me pull them down. Isn't that so pretty? You just get a tall mason jar and you put all your liners in it. And it can be pretty little kitchen decor. All right. I have to decide what color I want to do for these cupcakes. I have some solid ones, kind of like a American theme. These are Valentine's Day ones. I'm not going to use those. I have some rustic. These have snowflakes on them. They're kind of rustic looking. Bright red. Here are some more snowflake ones. I'm not going to use those. I have this flower poinsettia one. I'm not using that. This is like a birthday one with a bow. Snowflakes. Easter ones. I'm not using those. baseball ones from when my son played baseball. and more Valentine's Day. All right, well, I know I'm not going to be using the snowflakes or the birthday ones. I'm not going to use. I'm not using Valentine's Day. I don't want to use the blue ones, so I'm going to put the blue ones away. So I think I'm going to use these red ones for the meeting, for my cupcakes today. I'm going to use these deep red ones. All right. I don't know how many I'm going to use, so I need to keep this out for now, because any leftovers I'm going to put back in this jar. Nope. Auto defrost, 1, start. So it should be melted after that. All right, let me show you my ingredients. You're gonna need 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of sour cream, 1 egg, some vanilla extract, some baking powder. I'm going to use 2% milk, the butter, and you're going to need 2 bowls. I'm going to hand mix these. I'm not going to use my KitchenAid mixer. So I'm going to be doing my summer decoration video soon. I took down some of my Easter stuff, although I still have my Easter tree up. But I did take down some of my Easter decorations in preparation for my summer decorations. So that's a little bit of what I did, but I didn't really go overboard. I need to go down and get all my summer decorations out soon. So that's going to be coming very soon. Oh, I think the butter's ready. Let's go check it. Perfect. Okay, I got all my ingredients out. The butter is ready to go. We're going to be putting together these vanilla cupcakes. By the way, my favorite type of cake is vanilla cake with chocolate icing. That's my favorite type of cake. If people say, oh, we're going to get you a birthday cake, I always say the same thing. Vanilla cake, chocolate icing, that's my favorite. So I always think vanilla cake is more moist and delicious compared to chocolate cake. So I'm not a huge fan of chocolate cake. But I'm not going to be putting chocolate icing on these cupcakes because I have vanilla icing. So these are going to be pure vanilla cupcake with vanilla icing, which also is very, very delicious. But nothing beats a delicious vanilla cake. I love it. All right, so I'm going to be putting the baking powder and the flour in the big bowl, and we're going to be mixing together the wet ingredients and then combining them. Let's get baking. have filled up 12 cups with the batter. So these are 12 cups ready to go for the oven. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, I also have 2 cupcakes extra. This is gonna be making 14. All right, I'm gonna bake one at a time. So these are gonna bake in the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna test them. Let's put them in the oven. The oven is already preheated. Okay, so in 20 minutes, I'm gonna put a cake tester in and test those and see if they're cooked. If they are, I'm gonna let them cool, and I'll be storing them room temperature overnight, and then in the morning I'll frost them. So I'll have 14 cupcakes for the dinner. I will show you them when they come out of the oven. The toothpick came out clean. So you see how they're all pretty much even? That's because I used the cookie scoop. I used that little scooper machine, and that allows the cupcakes to be fairly even in size. And of course, when I top them with icing, they'll be a little taller. And they smell delicious. It smells very vanilla-y in the house right now. It smells really good. All right, so I have the last 2 cupcakes in the oven. I'm only gonna bake those about 18 minutes because there's only 2 of them, I don't want them to overbake. So when they're done, I'm gonna pull them out, store them for the night at room temperature, and then in the morning I will frost them, and then I'll show you guys what they look like frosted. Thank you guys for joining me today for a quick cupcake recipe. So if you need about a dozen cupcakes, you gotta bring them to a potluck or a meeting, or you're having people over as guests and you wanna have a little homemade cake for them. This is a really quick, easy recipe for anything like that. It's not a big batch recipe, it's a small batch vanilla cupcake recipe. So thank you guys for joining me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, Catskill Mountain Homebody. Stay tuned because I'm gonna show you how cute and delicious these cupcakes are when we come back.